rights rally that was in Melbourne on Saturday, and it was an amazing rally. The media were completely silent, and even any media that did turn up were told by the police they weren't allowed to come in. And so Rebel News had a bit of a tough chance getting in, but they did get in because Lee Smith said, no, he's with me and he's got to interview me. So that was really good. But what was really disappointing after the event is we had women messaging saying that they were told by the police when they were, in Melbourne, oh no, there's nothing on. So why were the police not letting the media in? And why were they telling women there was no event on when hundreds of police were there, riot gear? 5:30 in the morning, the setup had started. So it just seems bizarre that someone's giving them a directive and telling women that there's nothing to see here. So making it harder for women to get on the steps of Parliament and have a voice. So who's directing the police? Well, I think we all know the answer to that. So that's what we're up, fighting against. We've got our politicians against us. The majority of our politicians do not want women to have a voice, do not want women to have rights to single-sex spaces. And all the rights, we've basically become invisible again in law. And now, the media's also gone along with this for a long time and are helping us to be invisible. If there is any media writing about it, there's a couple of articles written about it. But Louise and I were the organisers. None of them have contacted us to see if we wanted to be interviewed. They weren't interested in interviewing the actual people that actually organised the event. They weren't interested in interviewing any of the women that spoke or any of the women that were at the event as to why they were there. This was a group of everyday women wanting to have and talk about our lost rights and wanting our sex-based rights reinstated back in law. But, we're being, fought at every step of the way. And, in my speech, it was like, why are we invisible again? Again, in society, women are being made invisible, and it just doesn't make sense. So, good old politicians, good old media. Look, the police did a brilliant job. There's no doubt about it. They kept both groups completely separated. So the TRAs, which is the people that were the trans activists that were against us, saying we want our rights reinstated back in law, and us having our rights reinstated back in law does not stop anyone else having rights. That's completely wrong. But they lie about us, they dox us online. It's just madness. And, all it is women want our rights back. So, thank you to the police for keeping everyone safe. The police kept themselves safe as well. As I said, they had police. This time around, they had helmets on as well. The regular police, it was police on horseback, riot police were in larger numbers, and everyone was 100% safe. We had no interactions from the TRAs, none whatsoever. And, women even hearing the chatter online were thinking, oh, I won't come, because they were believing, the chatter online, and yet the chatter online does not represent what happens on the day. On the day, everyone gets to speak. The women that are speaking get to speak. Everyone is 100% safe, because let's face it, anyone gets hurt at these events, and then, and there's civil unrest, it goes global. The world hears about it. So, what do? Keep going. Don't stop.